Tonight is the 10th anniversary, the 10th annual, the Game Awards, registered trademark. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna restream this shit and pretend like I know what any of these games are or that I care about them. Just as the industry has continued, it's just only gotten worse every single year in terms of like mainstream gaming. It is markedly worse. I'm not even one of those people that's like, oh man, Ubisoft is making woke games. Go woke, go. No, I don't fucking care. I don't care. Ubisoft has sucked both dick and or balls for a very long time. I've hated Ubisoft since before they did the Black Samurai game, whatever the hell that stupid fucking game was, okay? I've hated them before it was cool to hate Ubisoft. You know why? Not because of ideological reasons, but because the shit they make actually sucks. I think I got blackpilled on Ubisoft when I bought Uno. I bought Uno, the card game, on Steam. Oh shit. That's the Game Awards, guys. What does that say? Starts. Oh yeah, they're just making noise. It says the Game Awards starts soon. I bought Uno on Steam. It was like $4 or $5, whatever it was. I'm like, oh cool, I can play this online with friends, right? Yeah. Well, it's an Ubisoft game with the Uno license, and when you install it, in order to play it, you have to also log into Ubisoft's Uplay account. So I was like, fuck that. Got a refund? And then I went and downloaded just one of the many free iterations of Uno for Tabletop Simulator. And I don't have to have a Ubisoft account. So fuck them. Fuck all of them. All of these game companies deserve to go out of business. I hate all of them equally and for their own special reasons. Fuck them all. And fuck Jeff Keighley for perpetuating this dog and pony show where literally, well, okay, here's what to look for.
Here's what to look for. Here's what to look for.
Look for, in the middle of the Game Awards show, for Jeff Keighley to invite Hideo Kojima, the guy who voices the God of War. What's his name? Kronos? The big Asian Pacific fucking guy that's like 8 feet tall. Look for Jeff Keighley to invite Hideo Kojima, the Kratos guy, the kid who voices Kratos' kid, and at least 2 celebrities that haven't been notable in the past 15 years. They're going to stand on stage to each other. They're all going to drop trowel, and it's going to be like musical chairs. Jeff Keighley's going to grab the penis of the guy to his right, who will then grab the dick of the guy to his right, all the way back around until somebody grabs Jeff Keighley's dick, and they will proceed to jerk each other off until all of them finish. I don't really know what else to say. Let's just go look at the nominees, and I'll give you guys the 411 on the 911 of the 10th Game Awards. Also, I should bring out that this stream is brought to you by Pepsi Nitro. This is either a Pepsi that goes faster than usual Pepsi, or it's a Pepsi for people that have heart conditions. It's got to be. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. So, let's take a look. Is this supposed to make that much noise? Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Do they all do that? I didn't shake it. I didn't shake it. It's all head. Which is what Jeff Keighley's going to say when he blows Hideo Kojima live on stage. Yeah, it's all froth. It tastes just like Pepsi. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, is it called nitro because it's carbonated with nitro? Not, well, it wouldn't be carbonated. Because carbonated means it's carbon dioxide. That's why it's called that. It's fizzied. Nitrogenated? Nitrogenate? I don't know. It was like a really smooth beer, except it's Pepsi. All right, let's do this. Let's start off Game of the Year. The nominees are also, you're supposed to be able to click on these, but it's all grayed out because you can't click on them. I should point out that if you do want to vote for your favorite game of the year for the Game Awards trademark, your vote and everybody else's vote only counts for 10% of the total votes, because the other 90%, well, those go, that's determined by all of the corporate sponsors of the event. So, even if 100% of the 10% of people who's, like, the vote counts, if they all voted for, let's say, Black Myth Wukong to win, but all of the industry really wants Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to win, it doesn't matter if every single person voted for Black Myth. It ain't gonna win. Astrobot, isn't this the game that comes with the PS5? I have no idea. Balatro? I've only ever seen the name, never heard it pronounced. That's the poker game that Vinny Vinesauce plays and is good at, right? And he gets all the epic ka-ching, right? Black Myth Wukong. I don't really know. I don't really know. I like how Elden Ring Shadow of the... Is this a game, or is this like DLC for Elden Ring? Because I remember reading somewhere that, like, they allowed a game in that wasn't really a game. It was DLC for it. Yeah, okay, this is the DLC one. There you go. Wouldn't that be some shit if the thing that's not actually a standalone game won Game of the Year? It's not called... Look, Jeff, I'm just going to be honest here. It ain't called DLC of the Year, okay? Make a separate category for that. Bring back Horse Armor 20th Anniversary Oblivion Edition next year, okay? Final Fantasy VII, the remake or whatever it is, because, sure, that's the best Final Fantasy, I guess. Metaphor Refantasio? It's an Atlas game, so of course that explains the stupid word in the title. Can I click on any of these and find out anything about them, or is it... No, it's just clicking on it, it thinks I'm trying to vote. So, okay. That's Game of the Year. What's next? Best Game Direction. It is literally the same 6 games in the same order. How does a game win Game of the Year and not also Best Game Direction? I feel like if the game had good direction, that's what would have led it to win Game of the Year. So I feel like if you get this one, you're a shoo-in for the actual big prize, right? I mean, reasonably. The Best Narrative. Final Fantasy again, but also Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I believe that describes a dragon to the T, infinite wealth. Dragons, in mythological terms, don't know if you know this, they sleep on piles of hoarded treasure, aka infinite wealth. So, Like a Dragon. Right? Isn't this, they renamed the Yakuza games to this for some reason. I don't remember why or is this a spin-off of the Yakuza series? I don't actually know. There's, whatever this is, Senwa Saga, Hellblade 2. I wish these pictures were in color so I could actually see what they were. And then we got the Silent Hill 2 remake. We got a remake of a PlayStation game, capping off a category that starts with the remake of a PlayStation game. I'm not trying to insinuate that the industry is creatively bankrupt, but Best Art Direction. Here we go. Astrobot, Black... Okay, what is Black Myth Wukong? No. Is this the game that everybody says is woke, or is this the game that everybody says is based? Because I'm looking at this picture, and that appears to be a Planet of the Apes character, as far as I can tell. And if this is supposed to be is that supposed to be a black person? That's kind of racist. If that, I know, I am literally so in the dark about everything that came out this year. I don't know what the fuck any of the games that we've looked at. I know what Final Fantasy VII is, and I know what Silent Hill 2 is, because they came out 27 years ago. I remember that, but I don't know what any of these are. Is it? Oh, Wukong is Journey to the West. Oh, so that's Goku. I know. See? Goku. That's got my pick, right? Because Cell... if that's Goku, that means Cell is going to be in that game somewhere, and he eats people with his ass. I just got to give a vote. Honestly, I got to give a vote for creativity. This is the art direction, so a character who canonically eats people with his ass. That is it's very creative, Akira Toriyama. Good job. Best score and music. I'm going to be straight with you. Anybody who's playing these games ain't scoring. What does this have to do with best score and music? I just said audio design. A lot of the same games are popping up here. We're just kind of knocking them out. I noticed Black Ops. They're up to 6. They're up to Blop 6. Are you kidding me? They've done that many, and they do other series too. Because they had like Modern Warfare. They did so many Modern Warfare games. They started back over at Modern Warfare 1. And did they do that with the Black Ops? Have we done like Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Or did we go... They really did 6 of them? Flux is like, I feel like they skipped 5. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. Best performance. Who are these people? I mean, we got 4 women and a guy. The guy kind of looks like, again, these are all grayed out. I can't really see any photos of these people, but Luke, Mr. Roberts here, very much looks like, he kind of looks like a cross between the Giga Chad and Simon Cowell. It's kind of fucking with me here. If they vote for this guy, his acceptance speech, they should just cut the feed and just do the thing where it like zooms in on the Giga Chad smiling and it like, you know, pans side to side all the different photos of him. Anyways, we got Brianna White with 1 N, Hannah Tell with 2 E's, Humberly? What is that? That's definitely a Zoomer name. Humberly? I feel like people from Generation X and like early millennials, I feel like we have reasonable sounding names. You go back too far to like the Silent and the Greatest Generation, that's when you hit like Gertrude and Edna and Fran and Maud and shit like that, you know? And guys named like Bernard and shit. And you get too contemporary and you get like Raylan, Kaylin, Braylon, Dalen, all spelled Leighn in the name or whatever. And then you get the Humberly. You could have just named her Kimberly. That's a nice, decent sounding name. What's Humberly, right? Then we got Melina Jurgens. Jurgens, of course, being the brand of lotion of choice for adolescent men learning how to masturbate. So I'm sure she's got the Jurgens family fortune behind her. So she's a nepo baby, and that's how she got the gig in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Innovation, right, games for the term for disabled people that starts with a C that I probably can't say on Twitch because we live in clown world now. Let's see. It's not going to tell us what they did to make any of these games accessible to the differently abled, but the first game on the list is Call of Duty Black Ops 6, so I'm guessing their accessibility is people who have an IQ of below 60. They managed to dumb it down and, make the game playable for people who don't even know how to write their own name. We got Diablo 4. That's a game that the accessibility is meant for autistic people who like to min-max all the numbers. They made the numbers really big and colorful, and they flash when you do stuff good. We did that. Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Unironically, I think the accessibility there is the fact that every single possible kind of surgery scar you can get for being transgender, you can put it somewhere on the body of the character you play as in that game. So that's... I'm not even saying that as a joke. I think that's actually true. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, that's just a standby, right? Ever since they did the Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, where you could like rewind the game if you fuck up, they just left that in. So that's, there's your accessibility there. And then Star Wars Outlaws is a game that is just made actually for people that start with the letter R that I also can't say that word on Twitch. The accessibility feature for Star Wars Outlaws is intended to help people who have absolutely garbage taste in entertainment and will literally consume whatever's put in front of them if it has a recognizable IP attached to it. Games for Impact. This is for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. We got again. They don't tell us. They don't tell us the reasons why any of these are. Why any of these get the fucking Susan B. Anthony Award for wokeness. I don't know what the fuck. Chat's already like the woke awards. Yeah, they were. I don't know what category this is, but so far they've all been that. I'm glad you just now noticed. I know. Life is Strange is the lesbian game. I think that's the one. Indica. It looks like a woman wearing a hijab. Again, I've only ever read the word. I've never heard it pronounced, so I don't know how it's actually said. But she looks like she's not. She looks like she's wearing one that's not covering her face. So I'm assuming that's like a East. Was it Western? Is that East? No, West Asia, like India. Is that region? I don't know what Close the Distance is. I don't know. There's Hellblades on here again. I don't know what it is about that. I don't know what the EA game is. All I can tell you about Neva is that looking at that artwork, I'm never going to play it. Best ongoing game. Destiny 2. Didn't realize they made a game about the guy who got busted sucking dick. They got Diablo 4. Final Fantasy 14, which has gone on for way too long. Fortnite. And Helldivers 2. What was the other game? Uh-oh. No, fuck, I meant to go back. Ah, shit, what was it? Games for Impact. Hellblade 2. Helldivers 2. Those are separate games. Best community support. Baldur's Gate 3. You can still fuck the bear. Now, they made the community support, the mods they did for Baldur's Gate 3, is they were like, why stop at just the bear? Remember that mod that got released for Skyrim a long time ago that gave all of the horses anatomically correct bodies, but all of the horses were female? Yeah, they apparently, I guess they probably did that with Baldur's Gate 3. That's why I got nominated for this. Final Fantasy 14. I guess the community mods for that game is they put the previous 13 games in it that you can play. I don't fucking know. Fortnite. People inventing new dances to put in the game. Whatever. Helldivers 2. Never played it. No Man's Sky. I swear to God, this game came out 20 years ago and it's still getting nominated for shit. Let it go. Let it go, okay? Nobody fucking cares about No Man's Sky. Best independent game. Animal Well? Isn't Big Mode? Big Mode is a studio that was started by, what was that, Donkey? Is that the guy? See, some YouTube guy started that studio. We got that one. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. It's good to see that, that the Ice Queen from the Elite Four is still getting work in this day and age. There's Neva. Oh, UFO 50. I actually bought this game with the intent to stream it as a game hell. I've never played it, but this is like the only game on the list aside from the poker one that I actually know about. Mobile games. These are real games. What is this? For the best game playable on a mobile device. Thank you for defining that, Mr. Jeff Keighley trademark. I did not know what they implied with the term mobile game. We have AFK Journey, which I think is a game that you're not supposed to play. That sounds like an idler. If the AFK means away from keyboard. Also, there aren't keyboards on a mobile phone, not anymore. So I don't know why you're using the term AFK. I noticed the developer or the publisher of this game is a company called Lilith Games. Anytime I see the name Lilith, I don't think that's a reference to the biblical woman. I know what that's referring to, and I feel like I should need to draw attention to it. Card game again. We got Pokemon, pocket trading card game. Honestly, it's a game I wanted to like, but I'm pretty sure like the cards that came out 25 years ago are not in the game, and those are the only ones I care about. So I've thought about downloading that game, but I really don't want to spend any money on it, so I never have. Wuthering Waves. Endless Zone Zero. No, not Zenless Zone Zero, a.k.a. Triple Z's. It's like the Guy Fieri shows, Ziners, Drive-Ins, and Zives. Best action game. Goku. Blop 6, Helldivers, Stellar Blade, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2. I feel like they made more of those. I remember I played a Warhammer. I know Warhammer is a tabletop game with the little figures. I remember on like the PlayStation 2, they were like the first Warhammer game they made that wasn't a recreation of the tabletop game was called like Fire Warrior. I remember playing it thinking it was like, this is fine. It's kind of boring. I'm like, is this what it's all about? And then I was like, oh, it's a tabletop game. Well, what the hell is Fire Warrior? I have no idea. That was 20 years ago. I've never played another Warhammer game since then. I've been in the Warhammer stores, though. I've been in the stores that sell Warhammer. They used to be called Games Workshop until they just renamed it to just Warhammer. You go in there and they sell the little model paints and the little tools for working on models. I just buy that because I use them for BattleBot stuff. Action adventure. Oh, look. Is this... Oh, no, we had Pokemon earlier. So this is not the first Nintendo game to make the list, but we're like 14 categories in, and this is the first like Nintendo console game to make a list. I think some of the other ones are probably multi-platform, but this is the first actual like we've gone this far. No Nintendo games for Game of the Year, nothing. Now we get the Legend of Zelda game where it's actually the Legend of Zelda because you get to play Zelda. Best RPG. Dragon's Dogma? Haven't they made more than 2 Dragon's Dogma games? And if so, didn't Dragon's Dogma 2 come out like 7 years ago or something? Like, I'm looking at it. That is how out of the loop I am. I don't know when any of these games came out. That's the DLC. That's the Final Fantasy remake. There's the Dragon one again. How come the Pokemon card game is not in this category? Best fighting game. Look at that. Dragon Ball. Sparking! 0. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade. Is this just an anthology release of all the... Is this just all MVC? Like, just a collection of ports? If so, I think they may have taken you for a ride. We got Multiverses, which is the Warner Brothers Discovery game where you get to play as all the cartoon characters, like Shaggy. But they let in with the Powerpuff Girls here. I don't know. That's such a weird choice. Does anybody even really know who the Powerpuff Girls are anymore? I mean, I know, but that's because I was alive 27 years ago when the cartoon was new. I know who they are, but like they haven't been on TV in a really long time. It's like Invader Zim. How they still sell that shit at Hot Topic. Invader Zim hasn't been on TV in over 2 decades. All the people who go to Hot Topic and buy Invader Zim, they don't have a fucking clue who that is. They just see the little green alien guy and think he's cool looking. He's edgy, right? So they buy the oversized hoodie in the Tekken 8. I feel like they've really been dragging their feet on these Tekken games. They released a whole bunch for the PlayStation. They got up to like 4 on the PlayStation, just on the PS1. And now we're on the PS5 and they only made it to 8. I feel like they're, diminishing returns, I guess? I don't know. Best family game. Ah, look, here's the Nintendo. Look, 60% of this category are Nintendo games because they're good for the family. We got Princess Peach Showtime. It's another Mario Party game. I like how they stopped giving the Mario Party games numbers. How high did they make it? Did they stop at 10? Honestly, like, how do you keep thinking of mini games for Mario Party? There was one of them, the first one that came out for the Switch. I think that was just called Super Mario Party. People hated that one because you got like 4 fucking tables. It's like, that was bad. Is Nintendo still doing that thing where they give you like 40% of a game when you actually buy it, and then they just like drip feed shit into it for like 3.5 years? Because eventually there were more boards and stuff for Super Mario Party, but like when you bought the game, you didn't get the whole thing. And that's the thing, is that it's not even like you gotta pay for the DLC for Nintendo. They just give it to you. It just comes with the game at some point because you bought it. So just give me all the fucking shit when I buy the game. Don't make me wait. They took them a decade to put Birdo in Mario Kart 8. Best sim strategy. What the hell is Frostpunk? Unicorn Overload. That sounds like a My Little Pony porn comic. Age of Mythology. I appreciate that they're still making games in this series. Hanging in there, man. Best Sports. This is the one. They combine... okay, I was going to say, is there not even a racing game? No, there is F1 24 here. That's Best Sports / racing. That's such a fucked up thing because, like, they have to, like, that's the thing, is the reason why this category is sports / racing is because there are not enough racing games released in a year to even fill up 5 slots. If you put every racing game that was released this year onto its own card, you wouldn't even hit 5. So they have to fold it in with the sports. But that's the thing, it doesn't make any fucking sense because you look at this. We got cars, we got soccer, that's the FC is football club because they lost the FIFA license. I don't remember what the fuck happened there, but EA just EA'd it up and screwed everything up again. So you got racing, soccer, I guess I can just call that football because there is no football game in the category. Basketball, tennis, and wrestling. How do you compare? That's like apples and oranges. You can't compare those two things. Like, 2 of them don't even have a ball. And, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you determine if the basketball game is better than the tennis game? They could, I mean, I'm speaking out of my ass here. I'm speaking hypothetically. They could both be very good games in their own right. NBA 2K25 could be a very impeccable rendition of what we in the biz call taking it to the streets. And Top Spin could be a great rendition of the game for white people that have a lot of money. But how do you determine which of those two is the better game objectively? And I know I said they could be very good games. I'm speaking out of my ass, hypothetically, because I know they're not very good games, because all of the sports games are fucking stupid as hell. Madden, yeah, you're right. Madden didn't even get... Are they even still making... Are they even making Madden games? Best multiplayer. Call of Duty, once again. Tekken 8. It's a good thing that Mario Party's getting some representation here in the multiplayer category. It's not going to win. Because some other stupid horse shit, probably Call of Duty's gonna win. Oh, I was like, how come just Knuckles is what is this nomination? But this is the adaptation category. This is like a movie or a TV show that, you know, does the thing. Oh, that's right, they made a Fallout television show. Yeah, I remember that. I have no idea what Arcane is. Honestly, Knuckles should win. My boy Knuckles, right? He's the objective. I don't even need to see the other 4 things. I don't even care what they are. This is the winner right here. I'm putting all my chips on this guy right here. We got Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider shouldn't win because they made her flat-chested. That's the thing. Honestly, Lara Croft didn't even have, like, you know, the big bap. She just had reasonably sized breasts for a woman. And they still were like, nope. Stick a tube in there, suck all the whatever is in the... I don't have breasts, so I don't know what's actually under the skin, but they just stuck a thing in there and sucked it all out and made her flat-chested. I don't even like Tomb Raider, and even I'm pissed off about that. The most anticipated game. Oh, they're making a Metroid Prime 4? I mean, that right there, honestly, that's my vote. I haven't played 2 or 3. I have Metroid Prime and the remastered one. I even have... What was it? Is it on the Wii or the Wii U or something? No. The Switch? Somewhere there's a Metroid Prime trilogy collection on one of the Nintendo systems after the GameCube. I have it, and I played Metroid Prime 1 on the GameCube when it came out. And I played it again. It was they made a remaster of it, and I played that. And I keep telling myself I'm going to play 2 and 3, and I never have. But I gotta be honest, I'm excited for number 4. GTA 6 is gonna... I have a feeling this game is gonna come out and people are gonna fucking hate it. They're gonna hate this game. I know it's gonna happen. Rockstar has got a lot of rot internally, and this game is gonna suck shit.
People are still going to buy it because it's GTA, but it's not going to be a good game. There's Kojima. That's how you know. I told you he's going to be at the show. I told you this motherfucker's going to be at the show, and he's going to get at least 2 hand jobs from Jeff while he's there.
Content Creator of the Year. Where the fuck am I? You mean to tell this fucking... This is the best photo they have of Queso? Oh, he ain't even Mexican. The guy next to him is, though. This is the best photo they got of this guy? They don't even have a photo of the man on the right. I know that's an anime girl on the right, but you know that is a guy who's bigger than I used to be at the beginning of the year by about 200 pounds, and he's talking into a voice filter modulator like Kit Boga, except instead of sounding like an old grandma to troll scammers, he sounds like a 7-year-old anime girl with the fattest pussy you've ever seen, and he's soliciting bits from and subs from people to quote hentai lines live on Twitch. It's some fucking gross 43-year-old man who gets off on pretending to be a prepubescent child on the internet that people thirst over. That's who number 5 is. Also, let's just go back to number 1. That was a tangent. Queso over here, that photo of him looks like the photo... It looks like the Facebook profile of everybody who had the worst online opinions the day after the recent election. Anyways, and there's 3 other people here. One of them is allegedly a typical gamer, and judging by that face, he seems like the kind of guy who moderates a couple of well-known subreddits for things that shouldn't be political but are. Esports game. Esports. The game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players. Aren't these the ones that got... These are the same ones from last year. They haven't made any more. They made... Where's Concord? How come Concord got snubbed? These people aren't athletes. None of these people are athletes. These people would struggle to lift a sealed, those little plastic powder containers of the G Fuel, the Gamer Sups powder. They couldn't even pick that up. They couldn't lift a 6-pack of Soylent. These are the shit. Like, I don't care. I don't care about sports and athletes at all. At all. But I feel like, you know, give me the name of any famous football player who had to train to be able to throw a football 65 or kick it 65 yards and throw it, you know, 50 yards down the field, right? Really just snap their wrist and put their whole arm into it and just pitch that thing across the field. Tell me about a soccer player who's able to, like a goalie, who's able to react in an instant and lunge at the ball and catch it with his fucking face so the guy kicking it doesn't score. Like, all of these people have impeccable physical strength and abilities, and they excel in very specific ways related to their physically demanding positions on their team. All 6 of these guys sit in a really expensive chair that has a dildo permanently lodged in their ass while they play the games from the previous category. I like how they put all of the power words for these people under their... What are these names? Like, this guy on the left, his name is 33? What is that, the day of the month you were born, you fucking idiot? That's... We had a guy in the middle who's literally telling us he's a total fraud. And we got the guy on the right. There ain't even no vowels in that. That ain't a word. The guy's name was Zhang Yongkang? Zimjik? That fucking... You know when you go on Amazon and you do a search for, like, not... Okay. Like a kitchen, like a ladle for your kitchen. and you find like these weird these weird companies that sell on Amazon, and their names are just gobbledygook. It's fucking that. That is that guy's name, and when you click it, you go to their page, and they sell the spoon, the ladle you were looking for. They sell, like, a flash drive in 8 and 256 gigabyte capacities. They sell a little set of portable stairs for your dog, and they sell a light for your license plate. And that's the only thing they have for sale in their store. You got esports team. Look at this. Navi. Good to see that either the fairy from The Legend of Zelda or the entire race of blue people from Avatar are finally getting some representation here. We got almost all, like, the majority of these teams all play League of Legends. We got Billy Gaming, T1, like the internet connection. We got Team Liquid. Look at all these. You know what's great is that these guys and these guys have some sort of award. These guys are just K-pop bands, and this is just white people. It's just who these guys are. Really is a real meeting of the minds here, right? And we gotta it takes all walks. I don't think. Yeah, there's no more categories. Who's voting? Go to the jury page. Right. Okay. Here's the thing. I mentioned at the start of the stream that assuming I could have voted on the categories you were just on, my vote in the drop in the votes from everybody else from that whole thing only accounts for 10%. It's weighted 10% of whatever it is. The other 90 is industry specialists, right? People involved in the video game industry, which is the reason why this is just a massive circle jerk. From the U.S., Digital Trends, Easy Out. Can I click on any of these to find out who these people are? No, I don't know. Entertainment Weekly. These people, it's like a fucking, like, media tabloid telling you about, like, who's fucking who on the cast of Friends. You think these people know anything about video games? Really? Game Ranks? Gamertag Radio? Is that a Microsoft thing? I think they trademarked the name Gamertag. GamesBeat? I want to say GamesBeat is a rebranding of VentureBeat. I mentioned somewhere when we were talking about the Game Awards earlier this year, and Fandramon posted a picture of like 16 of the people from the jury. VentureBeat was one of the 16. And I said, hey guys, once upon a time, I was a guest columnist for one of these outlets. Can you guess which one? It was VentureBeat. And if they've changed their name, that's what they are now. It was this one. The Jeff Gerstmann Show, that is a great logo. That really looks like you took the old... Is it supposed to look like he did that in Windows Paint? Is that the joke? It's Poe's Law. Is it supposed to look fucking stupid? I mean, I'm not saying these other ones look professional because, you know, GamesBeat up here is literally just exactly the Gatorbox logo where you typed it in a font you liked and made it 2 different colors. But this guy down here has, like, the old Patreon logo, the original one, and he stuck his face in there, and then MS Paint text above it, the Jeff Gerstmann Show. Who the fuck is Jeff Gerstmann? Kind of funny. I didn't realize I was on the jury. PC Gamer, Pride.com. You really think a website whose entire principle for existing is talking about dudes fucking each other in the ass? You think they know about video games? Polygon. Honestly, these two are this. I can't highlight them. Pride and Polygon.com. That's just the same thing twice. They listed this on the category. They fucked up. Jeff, get someone on this. You don't need to. They're being redundant here. Rolling Stone magazine. They used to write about music at one point in time. I don't know if they still do. Fucking NPC, NPR. Again, who the fuck is reading NPR's coverage on video games? What? I don't even trust what they have to say about international conflicts. You think I want to read what their opinions on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth are? Discussing film. The name of this company tells you that they have nothing to do with video games, and you let them in. Edge. That's what Jeff and Hideo are going to be doing in the audience. alternate joke. Didn't realize they got the guitarist from U2. Right? We're going, all right, lightning round here, okay? What do we got? We're starting soon. We got 46 seconds. Let's do, are they still playing music? Okay, yeah. All right, here we go. Infobay, Australia, press start, Games Hub, Skill Up, Belgium, the letter N. Again, don't do it in my chat. Benelux, that's not a country. Brazil, that's not a country. Canada, that's not a country. Croatia, didn't realize they had video games there. Czech Republic, same thing. Denmark, I'm surprised they didn't get the Lego company on this. Finland, Pelagia, that sounds like an IKEA shelf. Uh-oh. Okay, this is whatever, fine. We got here Germany, made by the Germans, they always make good stuff. It's just the Doom font in Greece, what the hell? India, of course they got the mobile, these are all the mobile developers. Malaysian games. I'm surprised the company posing as Twilight Foundry didn't get in the fucking Malaysian category. Mexico? They got this, all of the Middle East. These are the companies that don't make their icons rainbow in June. South Korea, this is game. This is rock and roll. Sweden, Switzerland. Again, this is game is back. Gaming Dose, get your daily dose at Gaming Dose. What do we got here? Are we doing, hang on, are we doing this? Hang on, we gotta, wait. We're doing this now, alright. Thanks for checking out this video by Gatorbox. To see more videos like it, please subscribe to the channel. You can also support this project financially at patreon.com/Gatorbox. You can also follow us at twitch.tv/Gatorbox to catch us live every Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Time for our main show. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.